Obviously it's getting closer and the planning is going very well. I think that's a crucial part of going to a World Cup is making sure we get the planning right. And most important thing is that the boys have started their competitions again, they're back playing, and a lot of boys are doing extremely well. I couldn't sleep for a couple of weeks with the adrenaline still running through me and that, but every time you go somewhere, people want to talk about the penalty and shootout and the substitution, and which is great because it could have been a completely different conversation. But I feel really good. I had a good break and ready to go.
European seasons have started. We're seeing a lot of Aussie boys that have made moves and are also featuring with regular match minutes. That must be pleasing at this stage.
Yeah, look, Benny, that's the most important thing, mate. Is I said to the boys straight after the Peru game, what the next 4 months is about before the World Cup is all about you guys getting yourself physically ready, because that's one thing that I have no say in. Match minutes at their clubs and the physical aspect of what they've got to do, because when we do get to Qatar, it's a very short World Cup. It's the games come very, very quickly compared to normal. A game every 3 days, so the boys need to be in the best shape of their careers, the fittest they've ever been, and be ready to go. And as I've said, the boys, no one's signed a contract, no one's given any guarantees. It's all about form, and it's all about themselves being ready. And it's great to see that a lot of them have moved clubs where they weren't playing. For example, Matty Ryan at Sociedad, where he wasn't playing last year. He got 5 games last year, and it was starting to become a bit of a concern with the lack of games, and he didn't look like playing again this year. To move to Copenhagen, and where he'll get probably 24 games before the World Cup now. So those type of things have been great.
And Matty Ryan will also work with Andrew Clark at FC Copenhagen, so it's good to have someone you're so closely connected with looking after Matty's fitness leading into this important World Cup.
The world is small when it comes to football, and with Andrew over there, Clarkie can help out with Matty, and he can also watch Denmark for us and the Danish game and give us some tips for when we play them at the World Cup.
Well, Matty's left La Liga, A1 Mobile's in La Liga, and he's just a few days away from his potentially his first game against Real Sociedad.
Yeah.
How exciting for AWA and the trajectory of his career?
Yeah, look, I speak to the boys, reaching out to a lot of them just weekly and at different times, and Awa's in great shape. He said he feels the best he's ever felt, and he's excited and he's doing well, and that's exactly what we need for the national teams. The players are doing it on their own at their clubs, and then when we come together, we've got a great culture with the Socceroos of mateship, and when they do come into camp, that's how you get the best out of them.
Next camp will be next month, 2-game series against New Zealand to celebrate 100 years of the Socceroos, and also to allow Australians to farewell the team before the World Cup. How excited are you to get up to Brisbane and get into camp with what I assume is going to be an extended group?
I've had now nearly 2 months since the last game, and I'm a person that wants to be on the pitch, and I can't wait for that camp to come. But again, it's a great thing, a celebration of 100 years, and it's a great opportunity for the fans to say goodbye. But for me, it's more about winning those 2 games and seeing where the players are at, and those players that are selected turn up in great shape and get their names on that team sheet, because it's their form and their fitness levels that are going to do that. So performance is the key in those 2 games, and with 3 days in between the 2 games, it will be an extended squad. There will be pretty much 2 teams that play in those 2 games, because I want to give as many players as I can a chance to get on that list of 26 to go to the World Cup, and we're already onto that, monitoring players as it is now.
In the group, you're going to have eyes on Denmark and France next month, and what sort of prep's going into understanding Tunisia, an opponent that we don't usually see too much?
Yeah, we've got 3 analysts onto those 3 teams. Each analyst has got a job to do to give us all the detail and the data. René Molenstein, my assistant coach, he won't come here for the September games against New Zealand. He will stay overseas. Denmark play France in the Nations Cup, so he'll get to see both teams. And he'll also go and watch France another time, so in their second game. So it's important that we have someone there live to look at them, and René will do that. But look, It's no secret, France, previous champions and past champions, and it's always exciting to play against those type of nations, and especially for the players, it's an opportunity to, test themselves against great players. And these boys, our boys, are playing against those type of players weekly. So I expect a great, great experience for the players, but also a great performance.